What's going on, Jerome's? So the Minnesota Vikings didn't have a ton of draft capital heading into the 2025 draft, and a lot of people thought that they would trade down from 24. Didn't happen. Sticking and picking, taking Donovan Jackson. Woo, he is for real. Left guard, set it and forget it for the next 10 years. Probably the best left guard the Vikings have had since Steve Hutchinson back in the day, and just looking good. Yeah, that's 7'4". Randall McDaniel already reached out, said that he would mentor him. I love it. It's fantastic, man. It's going to be good. And the Vikings getting the Infinity Stones together, completely gutting and building back up from the studs, pun intended, with the interior offensive line. And you go Darrisaw, Jackson, Kelly, Will Fries, a highly priced free agent guard, as well as Brian, the real deal O'Neal, probably the most underrated right tackle in the game. And you have the makings of one of the best, if not the best, offensive line in the National Football League. Woo, really damn good. Take care of JJ, as well as run the freaking ball. Baby, we got Stu going. Also, rookie minicamp, just like, again, it looks like he's wearing shoulder pads. The shoulder pads are really boss man. He's not. That's just his traps. It's how we roll, man. But long story longer, Pro Football Focus, longtime frenemies of the Vikings. Like, sometimes they give credit, usually they don't, and if they do give credit, it's usually passive aggressive. That's what happens. But PFF's Trevor Sikkema, our guy, best player fits at every position from the 2025 NFL Draft. And looky, here comes Hooky, offensive guard. By the way, we don't use the term nose guard enough to describe a 0 or 1 tech. We need to bring that back because, back when I played football, I don't know why, but our high school coach, so if we're playing like a 4-down lineman team, it would be a nose tackle. But if you're playing a 5-down lineman with a 5'2" lineman with a monster back, it would be a nose guard. For whatever reason, I remember that Chatfield always ran a 5'2" with a monster, like they were famous for it. And like their star of their defense was always the nose guard. It was usually like a heavyweight wrestler. So, played with leverage, good moves on the inside, just wreaking havoc in the A-gaps. Good times. Shout out Chatfield Gophers. Anyways, but offensive guard, Donovan Jackson, Minnesota Vikings. Now, what's interesting is that Jackson was not the first offensive guard drafted. I remember Tyler Booker to the Cowboys at 12, as well as Gray Zabel, 18, to the Seahawks, which it's so funny. Don't want to get into politics and stuff, but the bulk of the Seattle fan base, like they're not vibing the Zabel pick. It's kind of funny, man. Anyways, but Jackson certainly fitting in right here with the Vikings. I didn't love the Vikings 20. No, here's you can't just compliment the Vikings and call a spade a spade. It has to be backhanded, right? I didn't love the Vikings 2025 NFL draft strategy of not trading back when they had only 4 picks. But aside from that, Donovan Jackson is a very good fit. Well, part of it is a lot of the meat was in day 2 of the draft, but everyone else knew that. So why would a team give up a bunch of day 2 draft capital, come up to 24 to take a player that probably would have been pretty even on their draft board they could get in the 2nd or 3rd round? Didn't make any sense. From that, Donovan Jackson is a very good fit. You could just say Donovan Jackson is a very good fit, huh? Because you picked Jackson ahead of Zabel and ahead of Tyler Booker, 3rd guard off the board, but Jackson earned a 68.5 PFF overall grade in 2024, but a lot of that was because he played tackle. I was forced to play offensive tackle most of the season due to Josh Simmons going down with injury. Not only Simmons, but the backup as well. And we said this a bunch. It was really selfless of Jackson to kick out to tackle, where he had not played a snap of offensive tackle during his time at Ohio State. And he was going to be a first-round guard. And if he was ass, thank you, I mean, it could have tanked his draft stock. Like, he may have had to return to school for another season. But it worked out. Jackson will move back to guard in Minnesota and form a starting 5 of Jackson, Kelly, Fries, and interior, and Brian O'Neal, Christian Darrisaw at the tackle spots. On paper, that's a top 5 group in the league, absolutely. And Darrisaw, hopefully he can stay healthy. Like, when he's healthy, he is one of the best, if not the best, left tackles in the game. Power, size, speed, just as good pass protection as well as a road grader in the run game. Ryan Kelly, I think they can get a little bit left of his career, as well as Will Fries on the ascension on his 2nd contract now, looking to be one of the best guards in the game. Also, Brian O'Neal, as we said, super underrated. So the Vikings offensive line looks really, really damn good. And Jackson, everything that he brings to the table, it's got the size, got the power, he's got the movement skills, can block outside zone extensively, but also they ran a lot more power at Ohio State last year. And just nasty finisher, but like a humble and funny disposition. Like Christian Darrisaw on that left side is going to be so damn good. Just the size, the power, just the demeanor, and just getting after things. Like, honestly, like super hyped about JJ McCarthy this year. But Harbaugh was right, man. Everything starts and ends with the offensive line because the O-line affects everything. If you have a good O-line, you can run the ball. If you have a good O-line, you can protect the quarterback, and he's going to get the ball to the receivers, and you're going to put up points. If you have a good offensive line, you're going to have these long-ass drives and or scoring drives, and that defense is going to be in an advantageous spot where they have a lead and or they're getting rest on the sideline, and that clock is running, right? So, and also, with special teams, field position, controlling the ball, moving the ball, everything works. Like, Harbaugh's right. And I'm glad that Kwesi, of course, has ties with Harbaugh from back in the day. That offensive line, it's important. And the Vikings finally got serious about things. They finally got after things, and I love it. And Jackson is a major, major part of that. But your thoughts are thoughts. PFF says that Donovan Jackson is the best guard fit from the 2025 NFL Draft. I mean, just look. Believe. Although, why are we wearing the white jerseys and purple tops at home? Or white jerseys, purple bottoms at home? It's a good look, but why are we wearing it at home? Anyways, your thoughts are thoughts. Comment section. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skull production value.